What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. I'm gonna make this as very quick and very as possible, actually. And first, I want to give a shout out to Tony Dinaro for actually inviting me and having me over yesterday. And I've had an amazing time with him, and obviously the amazing community they have there. Much love. At the end of the day, it's all one family, one love, one movement. And I was honored to be on that. So I look forward to doing more and more of that in the near future with Tony and even others. It's all about the awareness of putting out more and more quality work or DD out there, and learning and teaching as we go along. Now, with that being said, you guys have probably watched my video on my channel yesterday and what it was all about. I mean, the title, for God's sake, said market makers, fingerprints all over the market. And I doubled down on it later in Tony Dinaro's invitation in their stream, and said what I expected, or what I was looking forward to. And nothing have changed. As you see today, what did we see? Almost the entire market went down. Almost the entire market was pumped yesterday. Now the entire market is being dumped just within 24 hours. Why is that the case? Well, they're going to try to tell you that it's about inflation worries and the fact that the feds are going to get ready to meet, and perhaps there is another rate hike, and the market, because of that, is entirely dumping a day after a whole week of pumping. This is just so you guys would know how the market and how they fit the narrative and the media that they control to, and it's so crazy. It's almost flipped at any given moment. So at any given time, one day could be the best outlook. Look at that. We're saving jobs, growth, all that stuff, like in one day. And then the very next day, if it means that their best financial interest is to dump the market, whether for the market maker's purpose or whether for the shorting purpose, because it has gotten to a better shorting position, even if it gets to that, they will the very next day announce, like, fabricate whatever news from somewhere and make it fit the narrative. At the end of the day, you get my point. If you've been in this movement for a long time, you know this very well, and you're not new to this. The one thing I do want to tell you is, one, when I was looking, how do I track stuff like this? You look at the volume. When you're seeing controlled volume, even if it's moving up or we're in the green, it's always good. But when you see the volume, it was so easy for me to see that this was something being propped up. It entices people to jump in and YOLO on options and all that, only for them to basically make it as believable as much as possible. And that they're good at. That's how the house lures people in. However, that doesn't mean there was no opportunities. There's been plenty, and all of you know this, especially if you've been a day trader, or if you are a day trader. There's been plenty of opportunities, and I always advocate for that. Choose wisely, get in and get out, do your thing. The volatility is your best friend, as I always advocate. You want the volatility. The worst and the most boring years in trading ever were the years where there was no pandemic or where there is no growth. So basically, anything prior to 2020 was extremely boring. You would have some run-ups and runners on a daily basis, but everything else was constricted to barely move. So you had to search a lot more to find something. Nowadays, whether on the way up or on the way down, volatility is your best friend. You see the waves that they pump up the entire market with, and you can see some plays that you can go in. For example, Tesla. Anybody that jumped in, and I'm not advocating for anybody or even giving any financial advice on any sort, but as an example, when you time, and you don't even have to time the bottom perfectly, but getting anybody that got into Tesla when it was below 110, they had the chance, and that was just a week ago. Everybody had that chance to even get in and unload it for over 130 in less than a week. Now, in the options world, that's crazy money based on how big your position is. In the shares world, that is still a lot of money because, again, that's Tesla. There's many other examples that we could throw out there. The SPY, just about any stock. You look at Bed Bath & Beyond, over 250% in a week. Write it up, and there's always puts for writing it down. Again, I don't give any financial advice. I'm not telling people go do this and do that. Specifically with AMC or our favorite meme stocks, whether GME and other positions like BBIG and any other stocks, Sundial. You guys know SPCE is one of my favorites, and you've seen they all went up, they all went back down. If you're gonna do any day trading, this is gonna be your best friend. Volatility. Use volatility to be your best friend, my friend. So if you are, enjoy the money, do your thing. Congrats to everybody that made profits and money. If you don't do day trades and you're all about AMC, GME, or you're all about AMC, whichever one or both, then as I told you yesterday in the video, tamper your guys' expectations. When these things happen, I told you that this was a controlled run-up and you can see it. Now, that does not mean that Monday, this upcoming Monday, we won't see an up move. This could easily be bring it down now, Thursday, burn out all the people on the higher way out of the money options and continue them moving up, next week. I'll be coming back to you with more. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments section. Much love, AV Investments.